I would like to talk this morning to begin first a little bit with Maria Goretti, who was a young girl, Italian young girl, born from a very, very poor family. And her role stood so strongly to stay by her mother, helping her mother in the daily activities, in the daily tasks, ordinary lives, ordinary things. She was very devout child to prayer. And in 1902, she was stabbed to death because she refused to give up her virginity by the rapist, those who wanted to rape her. Rather, she died. The first lesson is for us Christian adults and young people as well. We should remain focused on the realities that are imperishable. Work for the bread that lasts forever, will say Jesus, not the bread that decay. So she teaches us also young people today that instead of giving in to the pleasures and to the worldly things, attractions, we can still remain strong and faithful to our Christian beliefs, to the Christian teaching. So this is the lesson that we can quickly draw from the life of Sister Saint Maria Goretti, a very young girl. We come back to the readings of today. The first reading, that is the conclusion, almost the end of the book of Amos. We have been following Prophet Amos, and we have seen him so harsh on everybody, the church leaders, the politics, the different people of the society and the community. He did not spare anyone. And all of us were wondering that he was kind of merciless to us. Merchants, businessmen, and everybody was included in the invectives given by Prophet Amos. And we ever ask ourselves, when will mercy come? And today, he brings the theme of restoration. He brings the theme of restoration. It means, actually, whatever he has been saying, he has been telling people, only one aim. It aimed at one thing, for restoration. That we may turn our heart back from our sinfulness, from our sins, and turn back to God, so that God will restore us. It is God who gives us this message of restoration that we hear today. He said, I will wall up his breaches, raise up its ruins. This means whatever that has been destroyed, the exile, the temple that was destroyed, everything that was destroyed, everything that was broken, God is ready to fix it back again. And this is a great theme in our Christian life. The theme of restoration. The theme of restoration runs through from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation, which we call the book of Apocalypse. From the book of Genesis, we see the restoration which is already foreshadowed in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. There is a fall, but God promised through the verse in 3:15, the kind of salvation. I will restore my people. I will bring an enmity between you and her seed. There is already a bright future for man. We see the restoration going through all the teachings of the prophets, because all the prophets will bring the invectives to the people and also bring up the message of restoration. Ezekiel chapter 36 speaks of the change of the heart. I will take the hearts of stone and I will take it up and I will replace it and put the hearts of flesh. And you see that replacement of heart, that change of heart that he does in our lives is called restoration. We have the same thing of the same book of Ezekiel, the dry bones that are already damned there in the abyss. Those dry bones with nothing, with nothing, they are dried. But he said, Son of man, breathe on them. He will bring the breath of life, the restoration, the resurrection. The theme of restoration. We see that throughout in the New Testament as well. Jesus bringing restoration. He brings back the sight to the blind. He brings back the life to the dead. The restoration of Lazarus. Lazarus, who was already in the tomb for 4 days, he will be restored to life. The son of the widow of Nain, who will be restored to life. And we saw the daughter of Jairus also the other day, she was restored to life. We saw the woman suffering with hemorrhage being raised back, given life after 12 years of suffering and pain. The book of Job back, restored in chapter 42, twofold of everything that he lost. Our God is a God of restoration. He wants us back to him. It's all about God fixing our lives again. Fixing our lives again. Fixing what is broken in us. But most importantly, it is fixing our broken relationship with him, reconciling back with him. And henceforth, the gospel of today is all about the way to restoration. Fasting and doing the rest of the different rituals will not bring us to the true restoration if there is no presence of God, if there is no relationship with God. True relationship with God will now bring restoration. That's why I said, they cannot fast because I'm with them. If they have me, so their fasting will not make any sense. But then we go for fasting, dear friends, dear brothers and sisters. Fasting should always help us to restore our good relationship with God and our good relationship with one another. And if it doesn't fulfill that aim and that objective, so there is no need. So that is what means to bring back the new, because the new is to bring something new, to bring something that is totally, that is a change. The on-screen clock cannot match with the old. Our old life, that the old life should not come back again into the newness of life that we have received from Christ. It's like you are picking up the old stuff and then bringing back to your wardrobe every day, and then and your wardrobe is filled with whatever that has been already thrown away. We need to patch the new, that God has given us with a new attitude, a new way of life. And that type of relationship will bring us salvation and restoration. And true restoration is the presence of Jesus that we are going to experience now in the Eucharist. We are restored. We are made new again, because once we are in Jesus, we are a new creation.